See this bottle of bourbon right here? Right here. I'm ready to chug the whole thing. I'm a little bent out of shape.
We could do it.
Thank God women can't play in men's sports, but this Supreme Court has no idea what they're doing when it comes to birthright citizenship. Plus, Jason can't wait to tell the story about getting scoped.
I can't wait.
Can't wait. And Pappas is making a big splash somewhere. So we'll have more on that coming up on the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. So Donald Trump said today that the Supreme Court ruling is too bad for America, but noted that it makes clear, and Justice Kavanaugh said it makes clear that Congress can act to stop birthright citizenship. It was a 5-4 decision. Of course, you had Roberts and Coney Barrett siding with the libtards on it. Look, the Supreme Court just flat out got this run wrong.
What was the vote on that?
5-4.
5-4. Yep.
5-4.
I knew it was.
So you got the 3 liberal justices who are going to vote for this crap all day long. But the people who should be thinking clearly, like Roberts and Amy Coney Barrett, that I don't know what the hell is. I mean, they got the ruling right on the Title IX.
Yes.
That was 6-3.
I was like, all right, we're batting 500, but
yeah.
But the other half of that 500 is not fucking good for us whatsoever.
Let me
and Alito that fucking went off. He was like, yeah, they completely got, like, he said they, but he's part of it. But he's like, they got it fucking wrong.
Yeah. So we need to enact a policy now where if you're pregnant, and it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. I mean, we're all right. Are we good with that? This is equal opportunity.
I mean, I want to see the pregnant man.
I don't want to see it, but
I want to see it just for proof. But yeah, for proof.
Yeah,
proof purposes. But yeah,
but man or woman, if you're
or equal opportunity on this podcast.
If you're knocked up, guess what? You are going to be denied entry to come visit the United States.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're here as a tourist, you're going to work, whatever the case may be. We're just going to have to stop allowing pregnant people to enter this country.
Yeah, I mean, all it is they just figured out a fucking loophole.
That's exactly what it is.
They figured out a loophole, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, this seems like a good idea. Let's just wait. And it really upsets me in the fact that, I mean, you're older than I am. I'm not making fun of you. Pappas is older than I am. I'm sure we have listeners that are older than I am, but I'm, 46, but I have a 14-year-old stepdaughter, and it scares the shit out of me. And you have a granddaughter, and it scares the shit out of me of the world, the country that they're going to be living in. Fast forward 15, 20, 25 years.
Here's what the Justice Department put out just a couple hours ago. Birth tourism schemes exploit our immigration laws and often violate our criminal laws. The Department of Justice will prioritize the prosecutions of birth tourism schemes across the country. Actors seeking to exploit loopholes to obtain automatic citizenship for their children pose a national security threat and will be brought to justice. So, what the Supreme Court has done has forced the hand of the Justice Department to put these prosecutions on the front burner. And I say good for the Department of Justice because China has been sending people over here. China has been exploiting this for decades now.
I can actually speak personally to that way back.
I'm sure you
way
can.
Back in the day with some distant family. I could speak to it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's absolutely happened for years, but now we started to try to get a handle on it, and then all of a sudden, nope, you get poo-pooed on. You're a racist. You fucking hate people. You hate people of other origins. That it's complete and utter bullshit. And I mean, I know this video doesn't necessarily go exactly with what the Supreme Court ruled on today, but I'm going to play this real quick just because this is the type of shit, the loopholes that people are able to get away with. And this, I'll give credence to Joe Billy, who sent that to me. I appreciate you.
Public teacher named Laura Penho married a man from Gaza, virtually married him online on the internet, married him to give him citizenship, and then announced
the same, but
that she had done exactly that for that reason in a Code Pink webinar about Palestine. She said in the webinar, I have power as an American citizen. I have a passport that I was just born with. Really? And how can I live in this world if I don't make every effort to equalize the playing field on whatever way that I can? Honey, that's immigration fraud. That's marriage fraud. She's so going to prison. Okay, looking into this, it just gets weirder and weirder. Apparently, she married this guy in April in Utah because Utah allows people to get married via Zoom. Utah, what the heck? She also apparently lives in Los Angeles with another man with whom she shares 2 children. And she is a public school teacher. I said that, right? She's a public school teacher. She had gotten so radicalized that she decided to. She also set up a GoFundMe for this particular Palestinian man from Gaza before trying to marry him. So yeah, okay. Public school teachers, liberal women public school teachers are possibly the most frightening demographic in our entire country. But if they are now committing immigration fraud, I mean, this is a felony. This isn't a little one. This is kind of a big one, lady. They're openly committing crimes to try and bring more people in because they're that radicalized.
The sad part about that, Dan, is nothing will happen to that fucking broad.
Nothing will happen. Maybe. I mean, something should happen to her if everything that gal is saying is true. But what the left wants you to believe and what national news media wants you to believe is that all these people who are coming to our country are coming here for the right reasons. They just want a better life. They want to work hard. They want to raise a family. That's complete crap.
Well, come for the right reasons, but do it the right fucking way.
Do it the right way. Then do it the right way. When you come in this country illegally or you commit fraud like this gal, sounds to me a little a little shade of Ilhan Omar in there.
Committing, you kiss your brother with that mouth?
Committing the marriage fraud. But we got to stop letting this shit go on. And to my way of thinking, I mean, wait till you see the stories.
Tap it.
If the Justice Department goes through with this, which I wholeheartedly think they should, you are going to see story after story after story. Oh, well, here's here's Angela, and she wanted to come into the country, and she's 8.5 months pregnant, and they said no. You can't. Oh, how mean of the Trump administration not to let this pregnant woman come into our country. Well, no, because she's not a citizen. A lot of them come in illegal. I saw a post that was put up today, and I was working all day today, so I didn't have time to send it to you. But it was from Charlie Kirk. And Charlie Kirk talked about this a long time ago. And he said, I mean, this really boils it down, I think, to the most, and that's what Charlie Kirk was great at doing.
Oh, absolutely.
Was explaining complex things, and like Marco Rubio does, explain take complex subjects and make them understandable for everyone. And he said, imagine if a woman comes into your house, okay, your house, this house you live, my house right down the street, comes into your house. Not invited into your house, but just walks into your house, is pregnant, and drops a kid right there in your house. And then says, because my child was born in your house, I now have agency to live here and my kid is able to call this house his home.
Good fucking luck.
Does that make any sense to you at all?
Not a single ounce.
That's essentially what we're saying here in the United States of America.
Right. Yeah.
Your house is your sovereign territory. It's your private property. It's your sovereign territory. Each individual is sovereign to themselves under our Constitution. These people are not subject to our Constitution. They are not. Read the 14th Amendment. And I can't believe how, and I haven't had a chance to read the majority opinion on this. But if you read the 14th Amendment, there's a line that after where it talks about, anyone born in the United States, it says, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. Subject to the jurisdiction thereof. And Alito was great on that. I did have a chance to look at the Alito dissent. Let me see if my computer will let me pull this up here real quick. Let's see. Here's Alito. He called the whole thing grotesque. He said, this is one of the most important decisions in the history of the court. In my judgment, the court has made a serious mistake. The court's interpretation is not only contrary to the original meaning of the 14th Amendment, it produces grotesque results. While foreigners who wish to immigrate lawfully, listen to this point, while foreigners who wish to immigrate lawfully must sometimes wait many years to go through the process.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anyone that's gone through? I do know people who have gone through that process.
Yeah, I know a few.
Foreigners, they want to immigrate lawfully. They have to wait many years.
And it's very expensive.
A child born here to a birth tourist is automatically a citizen. The court's interpretation also has national security implications. Suppose that a person's only connection to this country is that he was born here to a mother who was present just long enough to give birth, then quickly return to her native country. Suppose that country is a strategic adversary or enemy of the United States. Suppose that child never visited the United States while growing up and was inculcated with hatred of this country. According to the court, that person is a citizen of the United States. He can enter and leave the country as he pleases. He can travel the world on a United States passport. Even if he plots to harm the country, he cannot be deprived of his status as a citizen, at least under the current president. And Justice Thomas had a dissent on this too, and he talked about how this cheapens the status of being an American citizen. And so, Alito, it is a lengthy dissent by Alito, very lengthy dissent by Justice Thomas. And I have to say, those two are right. The majority of the, and look, hey, Dan, you're not a lawyer, you're not a judge, you're just a dumb radio guy. No, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to say I've talked about the 14th Amendment a lot.
You can read. I
can read. I can understand things. And this court got it wrong. They got it wrong.
And actually, like, if you go back, and I've been on this huge fucking kick leading up to our country's 250th birthday, just catching up on Revolutionary War history and how the country was formed. I'm kind of a history nerd, but more Civil War versus Revolutionary, and then obviously George Washington and all that stuff. So I've been watching documentaries, and what I didn't realize, and I should have, was honestly the 14th Amendment originally was written for fucking slaves. It was originally written for slaves to come out of slavery and come in. So the slaves were the immigrants. Is the way it was originally written.
Right.
It got obviously touched up and before they formed everything, but that's the way it was originally written.
And they were subject to the jurisdiction,
yes,
of the state, the state they lived in.
Yes,
and so they were subject to the jurisdiction of the United States and the states that they lived in, to the federal government. And therefore they were granted citizenship, as they should be.
And throwing some comedic shade to it is these Democrat judges that voted to go with this are expecting them to be able to get proper documentation to have a passport, but you're too dumb. You're too dumb to know how to do that.
Yeah.
So it's a fucking quagmire in the whole fucking situation. And I agree with Alito. Like, they definitely got it fucking wrong. I mean, they got the win on dudes and women's sports. Leave it up to the states to be able to do that, and upholding that. Which, all right, so we're batting 500, but
yeah, Trump wrote
not
big
great.
win. The United States Supreme Court just ruled against men playing in women's sports. He wrote, "Wow, that takes a ridiculous situation off the table."
Which
So
it should have never even been a fucking thing anyway. But
yeah.
How much money's been spent on this fucking thing?
Kavanaugh wrote the opinion for the 6-3 majority, in which he and other 5 justices in the majority find that Title IX allows for schools to have separate teams defined by biological sex. The Constitution and Title IX do not require an overhaul of women's and girls' sports throughout America, the opinion states. Title IX allows schools to provide separate women and men's sports teams defined by biological sex. West Virginia has permissibly maintained female sports for biological females consistent with Title IX. And so, I think that's what's so frustrating about this Supreme Court, though, is they can clearly see how, the notion of biological males competing against females is inherently unfair.
Right.
They can see the logic in that, but they can't see the logic in the notion of 2 illegal people being in this country, making a baby, and then somehow that baby is legal. Or granted citizenship. I don't understand. And then magically they get to be in the country legally because they had a baby.
Right.
I mean, let's say it doesn't. I mean, none of that makes any sense.
Well, they're Supreme Court justices. Justice Ice, however you word it. They're up here, we're down here.
I know,
but you're looking at that one decision, like, finds it down, and they can grab that one, but they can't grab the big picture. The camera's all fucked up, but the big picture of that's, small percentage of things that are happening with that. I mean, granted, it's still a big deal. Don't get me wrong, but it's a small percentage versus the immigration and the birthright citizenship. I mean, it's small potatoes comparatively, but yet they look at that one like, oh no, that one's fine. Yeah, we're just going to let that one go. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah. So I saw another post today by. And there are different members of Congress who are talking about proposing another constitutional amendment to do away with birthright citizenship. But and again, I haven't read the whole Kavanaugh writing on this about the birthright citizenship. But apparently Kavanaugh did say in his opinion for the majority that there is a remedy for this that can be done through the legislative process. So sometimes when the court makes a ruling like this, they also provide guidance on how they might get around, have a workaround when it comes to a ruling like that. So hopefully clear minds, clear heads in Congress will look at this,
right,
and figure out the proper way to legislate around this. And again, but I think Trump can stop it now, because he's already got a Supreme Court ruling when it comes to him and border policy, so he can clearly have border policy. I think that says, hey, if you're pregnant, if you're beyond, however many weeks, what's a full-term pregnancy in terms of weeks?
Was it 38, 30, 36, 38?
36. Okay. So if you're beyond...
you're talking full term, right?
Yeah, full term is, what? So let's say if you're beyond
36,
10 weeks pregnancy, you're not coming in. That's it. Do it. I say do it. And I want to see the left go absolutely bonkers over that. I really want to see it.
I don't care.
I'm tired of screwing around with this, man.
Joe Billy said 40 weeks, which correct, but the way we're taught in paramedic school, 36 weeks, because we're dumb firemen, paramedics. So 9 times 4. But not wrong, because most of them, a lot of them do go further. So it's, you don't know, but you have to figure out. You got to put that
is considered full term.
You put that line, that fine line in the sand. Whoever, bring the medical experts in, and you put that fine line in the sand. Hey, yeah, you're not coming in, and it just sucks. You have these people, and like the video we just showed, skirting the system, and all the Democrats are allowing it. They want it. They want it because obviously, why? Votes. Somehow or another, they're going to get their fucking votes. So it's disgusting the way that the people that we elect, whether left, right, doesn't matter, the people that we elect, because not all the fucking conservatives or Republicans are right all the time. We say that multiple times. They're allowing this to happen, and it's going to affect your life.
Yeah, if I was Trump, I would say I'm directing ICE, I'm directing Border Patrol, anyone that has anything to do with customs enforcement, all the rest of that. If a woman or a man is pregnant and they want to come into this country, FC after you pop that kid, you birth that baby in some other country, we're not doing it here anymore.
Yeah,
and I would just love to see the left go berserk over something like that.
But again, and we said it before, we're okay with you coming into the country, just legally, doing it the right way.
Legally.
Doing it the right way.
All right, what else you got? Where's Pappas today?
Oh, shit. Oh, he was busy.
Trying to beat the heat?
He's
I think this is a neighborhood block party. And so Pappas decided to invite people over to his house. He's got a new swimming pool. And so he decided to invite his neighbors over. And he was having so much fun, he couldn't do the podcast today. And plus, he had to reload the pool.
Yeah, sorry,
guys. To fill the pool back in.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to be a little bit late. I got to get my garden hose out.
So here's a little footage from the block party Pappas house as him and his neighbors are trying to beat the heat. There's a big fella right there. Oh, here we go. Get the party started.
Let's watch it again.
Oh, pretty good height, though. I mean, big fella.
I give Pappas about a 7.5. I'll give him a 7.5. The American Judge, 7.5.
That is awesome. So there you go.
Look at the fucking titties. Jesus Christ.
Looks like they're in need of a good milking.
Pappas, you're missed. You're missed. You were supposed to be here. You fucked up the time. He's going to blame it on me and Dan, but it honestly was Pappas' fault.
Go ahead. Blame me. I don't care.
Yes, Pappas' fault.
God.
So going with the thumbnail, it's hotter.
Yeah.
Than...
Look, I got to. You sent me that thumbnail in an email, a text message, I think last night, and I didn't have time to explore it at all. And I'm thinking, what the hell does this mean?
I love the fact that you said explore.
No. I didn't have time to read it. I looked at it. I went to bed. Had to get up this morning. I didn't. I don't know. I have no idea what that means.
So originally, Pappas sent me.
What did that say? Satan's butthole?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
Said heat advisory. Welcome to Satan's butthole, because we're living in a heat emergency right now here in Cincinnati, and also in Europe, which we're going to get into those stories.
It is hot out there.
But it worked out perfectly too, because I had my colonoscopy this morning. So I was like, "Oh,
all right,
that works out perfect."
Tell us all about it.
No, there's nothing really to tell. The prep sucked. The prep absolutely sucked.
Prep was not a lot of fun.
Jill and Zoe were very, very accommodating. Jill made sure all the TP was stocked in every bathroom in this house, just in case, because you can't trust a fart.
No. And when you're prepping, no, it is.
But no, I put
you do not hesitate when you got to get there.
It starts gurgling. It's time to go.
You got to get there.
This is my first one, so I've never gone through it before. But I was more petrified about going under quasi anesthesia, if you call it that, because I've never been under it.
Really?
I've never had a surgery. Nothing. The only time that was close was when I broke my ribs and they fucking just snowed me with Dilaudid.
Yeah.
And that just knocked. I mean, that was just overdosing me.
Well, the nurses and those in attendance are usually very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice people.
Oh, this.
And did they tell you to count backwards from 10?
No. The chick that Annie is her name.
Uh-huh.
The chick that was apparently the drug dealer, as I call her.
The drug dealer, yeah.
So I rolled over on my left side and she's talking to me. She's like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I tell her, getting ready to retire. Done. So we're sitting there and we're talking. We're having a conversation. And then all of a sudden I wake up and Jill's sitting right next to the bed. And I'm like, "Oh, shit, I'm late." So I felt bad. I was like, I didn't get a chance to say thanks or bye or anything. I was just fucking done. Like, it was a light switch. There was no counting backward. It was just, I remember.
You think you're going in for this intimate experience and then it's over and you don't even know you never even knew what happened. It's amazing. Those drugs, I don't know what the drugs they give you are, but the drugs are
Profilol.
Absolutely amazing.
Profilol was, it's fucking amazing. I actually want to try to get some so that way when Jill's yelling at me, I can just hit her with it and she goes to sleep. And then I'm like, "Hey, everything's fine. Like, we were good." But the prep was not pleasant.
Did you have any lingering after effects of the?
No, by the time the doctor came in, probably 15 minutes after I woke up and got my facets. I wasn't like super groggy. Getting out of bed for the first time. Yeah, I was only in the bed for like an hour, but like getting out, get my sea legs underneath me. Yeah, I was fine. And actually felt great. It's probably the most hydrated I've ever fucking been. I was drinking water like it was nobody's fucking
they had you on a drip, didn't they?
What's that?
Don't they had you on a drip, didn't they?
Yeah, they had an IV in, but I was drinking water last night too, because as fast as it was going in, it was coming out.
Yeah.
But no, it was fine. It was no big deal.
Yeah, the drugs are absolutely amazing.
I'd go back again.
I think they told me to count backwards from 10, and I didn't make it past the 0 and 10. I got the 10, and that was it. And when it comes to that kind of stuff, I can't. I got no tolerance for that, so I'm out like a light. And then the next thing you know, you're waking up and it's all over.
Yep.
So
here we are.
The report was good, clean and green.
I gotta go back next year.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing major. Right. Waiting on some results. I had a couple polyps that they pulled out, but nothing. He did not seem too concerned, so that's a good thing.
You didn't ask for a video of your colonoscopy.
No, but they gave me pictures.
Don't share them.
They gave me pictures. No, I didn't. I should have uploaded. God damn it! See, I dropped the ball. But no. But it was funny when Andrew sent that thumbnail. He was like, "This should be the thumbnail because it's hot as fuck here."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that kind of works out perfect, just double entendre type shit. But obviously over in Europe, we're getting blamed for all of Europe's heat discrepancies and issues. I'm not sure.
The heat dome in Europe is America's fault or Donald Trump's fault?
So this article.
I missed that article.
This article that Papa sent me. I had seen it, but Papa sent it to me. Paris's deputy mayor blames the United States carbon emissions for deadly heat wave. For God's sake.
Yeah, that's the Muslim mayor there in Paris, right?
Yeah.
Terrorist mayor. Okay.
So France has restricted public gatherings and reduced public hours of popular landmarks to protect tourists.
So they're telling everyone to stay home where you're not allowed to have air conditioning.
So Paris is a little bit different than England, but Paris Deputy Mayor Audrey Pulvar released a lengthy statement blaming the United States for a deadly heat wave over France this past week. Dear American journalists, this is in quotes, dear American journalists and social media influencers, for days, some of you have been criticizing and making fun of Paris because the city does not have AC in every room. Oh my God, OMG, this is so rich. She added, let me get rid of this guy. She added, as the second largest emitter of greenhouse gas emissions in the world, you bear a significant amount of responsibility for global warming and the consequences we in France are experiencing. Your cities, 90% air conditioned, are not unrelated to this. In Paris, We take responsibility.
Yeah, guess what? You got foreigners from all around the world who are bumping around the United States here for the World Cup soccer.
Does that shock you?
And you know what they love?
Does that face shock you?
No.
At all?
You know what they love? They love every building they walk into has air conditioning that is just blasting out. And it's 25 degrees cooler inside than it is outside. They love that.
If every American city made the same ecological transition efforts as Paris and many European cities, believe me, the whole world will be better off. So please, enough with the lecture. Just start doing your part. Best regards. Now, meanwhile, we just talked about it the other day.
What would your response to that letter be?
Go fuck yourself and don't come here.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Easy. Because we literally just played videos, maybe not French people, but I know there were French people in a bunch of videos I saw, everybody visiting the United States for the FIFA World Cup that absolutely fucking love it here. So go fuck yourself, fucking Jackson 5 wannabe. Go fuck yourself. That's what I say.
The BBC.
I wonder if she's part of a board with Al Gore.
What you're telling me that was the mayor of Paris?
That's the deputy mayor.
That's
a deputy mayor. That's the mayor. The
All
dude's the mayor. That's the deputy mayor. That's her words.
All right. I'm thinking of the mayor of London.
I got something for London.
But the BBC has reported that 1,300 people have died from the heat dome that is over Europe right now. Despite that, Europeans remain reluctant to consider air conditioning. There are some areas where people are fighting over air conditioning units, but the climate change hysteria has been so ingrained in the culture that many people would rather drop dead than plug in an air conditioning unit. In Germany, a public broadcaster is waging an anti-AC campaign, telling people air conditioning is dangerous. This is the kind of propaganda that they are spreading. And then one person took a picture.
I want the record to show real quick because I'm looking at the same thing.
Yeah.
But Pappas sent me a link from Al Jazeera.
Of course he did.
But it says more than 1,300 deaths in Europe.
But one person
I've got a video from England.
Put out a picture from Google Earth of the broadcasting studio where they broadcast from, the BBC, and pointed out these strange looking things on top of the building here.
Oh, fucking huge HVAC units.
Yeah. What do those look like? Giant air conditioning units.
They're fucking air.
So
their air handlers are big as a bus.
So they've probably got a studio in there you can hang meat in, and they're telling people don't plug in those air conditioners. It's bad. It's bad. We're the BBC. Don't do that. Even though people are dropping dead because of the heat.
let me.
It's just so much propaganda. It's ridiculous.
I'm going to play this video. It
All right.
comes from Australia, but it's talking about the UK.
Credlin saying earlier this evening, who's currently in London for the ARC conference, that it got to 36 degrees yesterday in London, and they were all losing their minds. They couldn't believe what was going on, and so much so that apparently you've got buses catching on fire now. Over there, there was an electric
spontaneously combusting
caught fire in London because apparently they're just not built over there to be able to withstand the heat, which is rather odd. We've got electric buses all over Sydney, and
I'm not playing this whole thing, obviously,
all the time in the heat. They're just a bit weak over there in Pommyland. I think they can't believe what's going on. They cannot cope with it, but they don't want you to cope with it. It would seem, because under all these rules and regulations that they brought in, planning rules and regulations, when it comes to greeny stuff, apparently you're not meant to have an air conditioner unless it's the last resort. You're certainly not meant to use it unless it's the last resort. And there are literally inspectors going around in England telling people that they have to take their air cons off of their homes because they're illegal and that they should have ceiling fans instead. I know, they're in a heat wave and they can't have air cons. This is from the Telegraph. Cop a load of this. They report that in one string of cases that was uncovered by the Telegraph, a resident living in North London was forced to permanently remove 2 aircon units from the back of their home. Planning inspectors working for Camden Council said there was, quote, no justification for the aircon units, and then they
It's 100 fucking degrees outside. That's not justification.
Cooling hierarchy. Now, this cooling
hierarchy
is that you have to use every other possible thing before you get the aircon. So in an appeal, the resident was told to open the windows and balcony doors of their first floor flat to ventilate the property, quote, by natural means.
So I'll stop it there. But these are Australians fucking blasting the fucking UK.
Yeah, and they're having a good time doing it.
Like,
I love that. I love the Australians. They don't care, man.
You fucking... do you know how hot it gets in fucking Australia?
I would imagine it gets pretty
It's
damn hot.
Fucking hot. I've never been.
Well, not. I mean, you know, our summertime is their wintertime, isn't it?
But I know friends that have gone, and holy shit, we say Satan's taint. It's fucking Satan's taint. And the fact that the Australians were just fucking, and they're giggling about, they're like, "Are you?" I like how they call them air cons. I'm gonna
air cons, yeah, air conditioning units.
When we get done with this podcast, I'm gonna tell Joe, be like, Joe, we need to turn the air con down.
My buddy Daniel Turner, who's a frequent guest on my radio shows, he has a website called Power of the Future. He wrote a piece about what's happening in Europe right now. And he writes, roughly 1 in 5 homes in Europe have air conditioning, compared to an estimated 90% in the United States. He writes, a comparison of heat wave related deaths between the United States and Europe from 2020 to 2025. So in the last 5 years, he says the comparison is alarming. In our country, from 2020 to 2025, 9,436 people died from heat related causes. All right. In Europe, the number is 248,875. That is 2,500% more.
It's just amazing to me.
He writes, in any other circumstance, the preventable deaths of 250,000 people would demand a United Nations condemnation. Heat takes the lives of the vulnerable, the sick, and the elderly, those trapped in higher floors in government housing, those convalescing in windowless hospital beds or nursing homes. So while the relative silence from the French, still a first world destination despite their economic stagnation, because in their country, air conditioning is not a convenience or a necessity. It's a controversy. Sacrifice your citizens in the name of battling climate change. Those deaths are an acceptable casualty for the green cause. And that is something I have been talking about for years now. I mean, the bottom line of all this is when you make these sacrifices on the altar of environmentalism, the green agenda, what's the bottom line? People pay with what? They pay with their lives. They pay with money out of their pocket, and eventually they wind up paying with their lives. And this sort of thing is overlooked on a regular basis. During a brutal stretch of heat last summer, one left-leaning French newspaper described air conditioning as an environmental aberration that must be overcome. Since 2007, the government has mandated that air conditioning be set at no lower than 79 degrees Fahrenheit in public spaces.
Eat the biggest bag of dicks you've ever seen.
So at least they haven't gone into private homes yet and said you can only have it set at 79. But imagine working in a public, a government office building all day, and it's hot as balls like it is outside right now.
And you've got way more people in that
and you
space.
got to work, and there's people coming in and out. So it's not like
doors opening.
Yeah, you've got that 79 degrees and it's staying 79. It's going to be upwards of, mid 80s in there. I mean, it's unbelievably uncomfortable. And look, I mean, I understand there's a trade-off and all that kind of stuff, but I mean, this idea that
we're in an embargo in this house right here where we sit, and I didn't realize it, and I understand it. Joe's like, we need to keep the garage door closed.
Well, that's a good point.
She also regulates the thermostat and also pays the actual bill. I give her money toward things, but she pays the bill. She knows what it is. Okay. All right. Well, Before you got here, she got home. I left the garage door open because I wasn't sure whether you were going to be here first or whether she was. I was like, hey, I left the garage door open because I wasn't sure who was going to, beat who. She's like, no, after Dan leaves, we'll close the garage door instead of leave, because a lot of afternoons we'll leave the garage door open just because we're kind of in and out or moving around. I'm being funny about it, but yeah, you start. I mean, as hot as it is here today, yeah, you try to fucking take every precaution you can to save some money. That way, your air conditioner's not just running full tilt. But yeah, that shit over there, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So. Go ahead. I mean, if you want to sacrifice yourself on the altar of the green agenda,
God damn, John Smith, 62. Jesus fucking Christ.
62. What?
He's got his fucking air conditioner set 62 degrees.
Ooh.
Are you fucking training for the remake of Rocky? You fucking hitting fucking sides of beef? God damn. I'm cold all the time. I'm cold all the time.
I've actually got my air conditioner set, my thermostat set on like 74 right now. And if I just walked,
fucking, there's no way Joe Billy 007.
I walked in the house and I just got back from a long ride, been outside most of the day.
Right.
Walked in the house, it felt glorious.
Because it's different.
It's 20 degrees cooler than it is outside, about 25
and it's
or 30.
Not nearly as humid.
Yeah. So
there is a difference. I get
it's fantastic. But if you can set your thermostat to 62, but when it's hot like this out there, you're never going to get
You're going to freeze your fucking condenser.
So that thing is going to run nonstop 24 hours a day.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Oh,
that or you'll fuck it up.
That's the one thing I do hate about it, though. Whenever I turn that air conditioner on, it's like having a 12-inch pipeline directly from my bank account right to Duke Energy. You can feel the money just zipping through there. Zip, zip, zip. Take it away. Take it away. I don't need it.
You are not fucking wrong.
It's a luxury. Air conditioning is become.
It is
with energy prices. It's a luxury.
But
man.
when the government and granted, we don't live in that country, but when the government puts some type of, luckily we don't have that here, because that's why America's great. We can choose to do what we want. Now, they will throttle you down, just like they do with internet. Or if we get in a heat emergency, they'll throttle everybody down to where your fucking air conditioner won't run the way it's supposed to, because they'll drop the fucking power to it. And that's happened many.
Well, that's
many
exactly what the Biden administration wanted.
Right.
That was part of their agenda.
It's happened many times.
Was for the government to have control over everyone's air conditioning unit.
Everybody has to have this installed on their. If you're with Duke Energy, you remember that?
Yeah.
You need to have this box installed, and it was monitoring your usage.
And they wanted to be able to control what
remotely
what
control
you're doing.
it and throttle your shit down. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah. We're like, what the fuck?
That's the leftist agenda.
That's a communist state.
That's what everyone who votes for people like Zoran Mondani and all those communists that just got elected in New York City. That's the kind of stuff that they are willing to surrender, and they want to talk about. And look, these people are not there to make America a better place. They are there to fundamentally change what this country is all about. They want to destroy this country and make something in their own image of what they think is good for everybody else. What?
Fucking Joe Billy. If anyone tries to tell me I can't set my AC below 79, they can lick my sweaty balls. I just saw the comment.
Man. I love that commentary.
Did you this is we didn't talk about this, but you just brought it up. Do you see that fucking Dave Portnoy is teetering on the fact, and I don't think it's going to happen, but running against Mondami and the next what 3.5 years or however long he's got.
Is that where he's from? Is he from New York? Does he live in New York?
He's from Boston, but I think he has a residence in New York.
All right.
Go
ahead.
I fucking love it.
I know a lot of people don't like Portnoy. You know what?
I love it.
I don't mind him. I mean, I don't totally agree with all the stuff that he comes out with. But
he's a good businessman.
He's a great businessman. I mean,
if you're not doing your shit, you're fucking fired.
Dude is unbelievably rich. I mean, he's had unbelievable success in just about everything that he's done. Didn't he start Barstool Sports during the Wuhan? Isn't that when that started?
I don't know when it started, but I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
he started, but I don't know when it started. To see how that's grown, it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And I saw that, and I don't put a lot of credence into it, but that little fucking that trigger headline, I'm like, ooh, that would be fucking.
I saw
amazing.
a video that he put out the other day, back in his younger days, and he actually interviewed Zorhan Mondani at some protest, and Mondani had on, I guess it was like an Antifa thing or something, but Mondani had on a black face mask, and the black jeans and the black jacket, all that shit. The Antifa.
Let me pull the pass.
The Antifa.
You got your black. You got your black.
The Antifa people
since he's not here.
Yeah, the left likes to say, Antifa doesn't really exist,
Right.
but it turned out, I mean, and I don't know, I guess it was true. I mean, you couldn't see his face, but he was asking him about, like, hey, look, if you got rich, you really wouldn't be here, would you? He's like, if you got rich like me, beautiful sunsets all the time, girls all over the place, you wouldn't really be here. And he's like, well, I'm not going to compromise my principles. But but the thing is, he was already rich. His family came from a rich family.
Right. Yeah.
He
was born into it.
He doesn't want to live. He's got to. Mondani is a guy who could live anywhere in the world he wants. He could live anywhere but does he want to live in a socialist country? No. He wants to be in charge of a socialist country. And why is that?
Make a city socialist.
Why is that?
And then boom.
Because socialism works out pretty good for the people who are in charge. Not so good for the people who have to live under it. And that's what the numbnuts who vote for this fucking clown don't understand.
Exactly. Oh, that was good. That was a good segue.
Because,
when I saw that earlier today, I was like, oh, surely this is like The Onion or some shit. This is bullshit. And I don't think he's going to do it, but he's so fed up with fucking New York right now with what Mondami's doing. Ooh. Yeah, let's pull this one up.
Okay.
We're going sweet. Because it's the last day of June, everybody. And we're all inclusive here on the One More Out of Here podcast. Last day of Pride Month. Seattle Pride Parade pandemonium as nude marchers prance through the streets in front of children. What do you think about that, Dan? Nude participants and spectators of the parade were the subject of online fury after being seen naked in front of kids.
The thing is, when I'm scrolling through my X feed,
I don't know if this is going to play. Hold on.
Those pictures pop up and they're unedited. So you see things that you really don't want to see.
It is going to play. All right. Yeah, so it's playing.
And it's disgusting. I mean, there's no decorum anymore. No decorum at all. What are we looking at?
This is one of the Pride celebrations. Fucking dudes naked. They're all blurred out.
Is this in Los Angeles?
No, this is in Seattle.
Seattle. Oh.
Shocker, right?
Oh,
kids running around.
Kids, okay.
Fucking naked dudes.
Well, the thing
naked
is,
chicks.
There's a lot of parents who think this is just terrific that their kids see this.
Look at the inclusion that we have, Dan. Look at it. I mean, granted, it's summertime, so you're not pulling your kids out of school, but I guarantee you they would have.
Looks like they're all carrying like giant beige eggs.
Well,
in front
because there's a lot of shit that we don't want to see in this. But
my God. Look,
but hey, the guy's got his backpack and he's got his SS hat.
Look, all I can say is if you're a parent and you've got a little kid who's, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years old,
would you take your kid
and you
to
take
that?
them to an event like this and you think it's fine and dandy, then you know what? There's something wrong with you.
Yes,
that's all I'm gonna. And look, I don't care if you get offended by that, but I mean, you are part of the problem. You really are. Why is it so important for? And this is something that we've talked about. I mean, on one of our very first podcasts when we had our friend Lady Mega USA on.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it so important for these people to shove this stuff down the throats of little kids?
Right. It's yeah.
Look, this is America. You can live your life any way you choose.
Let's just hypothetically say,
I don't care. But why can't you leave the kids out of it?
Hypothetically, Seattle, we know is a fucking shithole.
Well, look at their mayor.
Yeah.
Was she prancing around naked out there? Maybe. I don't know.
But on any other, let's just say a November. Well, I wouldn't want to do it in November, but April, whatever. It's shitty in Seattle anytime. But you prance around a park. I'm assuming that's a park. I'm just guessing, but assuming some type of park because there's a fountain and whatever.
Yeah.
You prance around naked. You're probably going to get hooked up on a charge, I would think.
Apparently not. I didn't see any law enforcement intervention there.
But because it's Pride Month, it's allowed. If you were
we bend the rules for that.
If you were to get a hankering and go down to Fountain Square in downtown Cincinnati and decide to like prance around like that fucking.
What if I go down there on my birthday and say, "Hey, I'm allowed to wear my birthday suit"?
It's my birthday suit. That's a perfect
birthday suit.
You would probably be clinked up and be calling me or somebody to come get you from the Justice Center.
All right, Dan, what did you do now?
Oh, shit. You really fucking did it? I didn't think you were really going to do it. But, I mean, this is acceptable.
But wouldn't you just tell me I was a dumbass and leave my ass locked up?
No, I would get you out, but I would bust your balls the whole way back. And then on the next podcast, the video would be shown because we know people that I can get videos from.
There's too many cameras downtown.
Right. But, I mean, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's okay right now.
Maybe I'll got to Afroman's place and do that.
He doesn't have internet.
Well, he's got cameras around his place. I can't go there either. God damn it.
He doesn't have internet anymore.
Apparently not.
Adams County Sheriffs, if you want to hit Afroman's house, now's the time to do it.
That's like a public service message.
Right.
Leave Afroman alone. We love Afroman.
No, we love him. But no, I mean, in all seriousness, though, like if you were to go downtown and do that type of behavior, you would be locked. You not locked up, but you're seeing a judge. That's for sure.
Well, that brings up another question. What kind of behavior is frowned upon in downtown Cincinnati these days?
Oh,
I mean, did you read the headlines from over the weekend?
Well,
we had people shot in Cheviot, people shot in Price Hill,
one shot in Walnut Hills,
in the Cuff neighborhood.
I've got this video.
When I say Cuff neighborhood, do you know where that is?
No.
It's like it's like where the West End used to be. I think it used to be called the West End. I think now it's called Cuff.
I don't know.
I don't know why.
I don't go over there.
I know, but
look at me. I'm not built. I'm not built for that.
When I say West End, you have an idea where West End is.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I know where the West End is.
It's like where Derek Turnbow Road is and all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not built for that. Not built for that at all. But I have this video too that comes out, which we're blasting our fucking city, but it's worth it because this is fucking absolute horseshit.
I haven't seen any coverage of this on 5/9/19.
I have, nor have I.
And it's been out there for like 4 or 5 days now. It looks like a dude in a wheelchair right
Dude in a wheelchair getting the fucking brakes beat off of him.
Let me see.
Right in front of the fucking courthouse.
How many assailants do you count there? I mean, there's one, but there was, one or two?
Let me go back.
Was there a total of maybe 3 different assailants?
Let me start over. 1, 2, 3, 4 ran off. 5, 6 came back.
Well, they hit him with a 5-gallon bucket there? What is it?
No, it's a fucking road cone. They put a road cone on his fucking head.
I thought it was a bucket from Home Depot or something.
I'm not turning this into a racing, but that's fucking multiple black people on a white dude in a fucking wheelchair in front of the fucking courthouse.
Yeah, no one cares. I don't see any judges being around. What is our prosecutor?
It's fucking gross.
If that was a black kid in a wheelchair being assaulted by white people, would we see this video on TV?
It's fucking.
Would this video be on CNN? Would it be on MSNBC? Would it be on your your nightly? No, it would. I'm saying if it was a white kid in a wheelchair. Or, a black kid in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking
and white assailants.
Oh yeah,
we'd see that video nonstop.
We just saw it last year.
We'd be making national news.
We just saw it last year. It's fucking. It's disgusting. And the double standards are what infuriates me, and everybody can not agree with me, and that's okay. I'm good with it.
We do have double standards.
And we do this on this platform because I'm allowed to say what I want to say. I'm going to play this. We jumped over, but I want to play this Rob Schneider clip when we were talking about the gay pride shit. This is fucking amazing.
All right.
And it's fucking perfect.
I think I may have heard this before, but I'm not sure.
You're the problem.
I will say Gay Pride Month seems a little...
I may have fucked it up. I think I did.
Oh. Come on.
Of course. Yeah, it's weird.
Greedy.
I like the fun.
It's a month. We get Veterans Day. You fight for the country, you get a day. Thank you for fighting for the country. Oh, I'm sorry, day's over. Take the meat off the barbecue. That's it. You get a day. That's it. Day. Thank you for fighting for the country. Memorial Weekend. You die for the country to give you a weekend. Thank you for dying for the country. Take the boat out of the lake and put it on. Take the boat out of the lake, put it on the truck. You get a weekend. Memorial Weekend. Thank you for dying for the country. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, kept the Union together, gets a day. Not even his own day.
Gotta share it.
He's got to share it with George Washington, who founded the whole country. He doesn't get a day either. He's got to share it with Lincoln. But if they would have sucked each other's dicks, they would have got a whole month. That's all I'm saying.
You don't.
I mean, you can't argue it.
No,
There is no argument there whatsoever.
Is that? But I don't think they lived in the same time period, though.
No.
I think you had Washington, and then a little bit later on, you had Lincoln.
Correct. I mean, yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if Lincoln was like really young when Washington. Well, I don't know. I don't even know what years they were born.
I mean, you're arguing semantics, but still, like, you could still have 2 separate days. You could still have 2 separate days.
If they sucked each other's dicks, they got a whole month. That really. But it puts.
But it's real
in context and perspective. The kind of lunacy that we are dealing with these days, does it not? I mean, it boils it down to very simple terms.
And Lady Maga has said many times on the podcast, we don't need a whole month.
No, you don't need a whole month.
We have the rest of the year to celebrate who the fuck we are and just leave us the fuck alone. But you have these bleeding heart fucking leftists. They're like, oh, no, you need to be recognized.
I mean, it's good to get a pat on the back every once in a while.
Okay, cool.
Okay, someone says, hey, good job. You did a nice job on whatever, thing you were doing, whatever. But I mean, this need for constant affirmation, this drive to seek to be uplifted on a not a daily basis, but multiple times on a daily basis, and then to seek out a single microaggression and act as if your whole world is going to crumble because someone sees something differently than you do. Or someone doesn't recognize how special you are. I mean, it goes against the whole notion of human nature and what we should be about as individuals.
You're a veteran, so I understand. Like you can gravitate to that, but any normal American can gravitate to that, but the left can't. And my Facebook nemesis, KFS. Which I won't say her fucking name.
But that would be like me because...
Let me finish. Hold on.
Okay, go.
She fucking posted a picture of the bicentennial way back when, pictures of like, this was when America was great. We're celebrating a great country. And then she posted the picture of the fucking fair at the mall that was going on where so many blue states didn't show up or didn't fucking decide to put a booth in DC.
Yeah, there's 10 states that didn't.
And she was like, and this is what happens. This is what happens for a 250th where the president's ruining everything. Really? No. Fuck you. Take the president out of it. We as a country are getting ready to celebrate 250 fucking years of existence. Celebrate that. You don't have to celebrate who the fuck's in the White House. I know everybody's not going to like him. I didn't like the last one, but that's okay. He was my president still. I recognize him as my president. I don't understand the fucking grifting with these fucking fucktards. Oh, look at how much different it is. You know what? The fucking Freedom 250 fight was absolutely amazing. There were
Oh, it was
80,000
fantastic.
people
Yeah.
plus the other 10. 90,000 people-ish. Don't quote me on the numbers. Was an absolute just chef's kiss on how you can celebrate.
It was
something.
totally cool.
So fuck all of that.
Yeah, but you've got Connecticut, Illinois, Maine, Massachusetts, North Carolina, Oregon, Rhode Island, Vermont, Washington, and Pennsylvania. All said that they couldn't attend. They couldn't put up a booth at the what they call the National State Fair. Okay, so it's got like the whole thing's got a state fair theme to it.
Right.
They're on the mall in DC, and these 10 states, they were like, well, we've got staffing cutbacks and budgetary concerns and all that. But if you go just Google any one of these states and see how much money they spent on LGBTQ and pride events and all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
$235,000 on this, $600,000 on that, almost $1 million, for some special interest group. And you want to tell me that do you think it cost $650,000 to come to DC and set up a booth for a couple of weeks? I don't think so. So
you have enough interns
Yeah.
in your ranks that would go and sit and post up and
yeah. So look, if you're a state and you don't want to participate in the thing, perfectly fine. I just think people keep those things in mind when you're traveling this summer and you decide you're going to go on vacation and where you might spend your money.
Very good point.
So keep those things in mind.
Very good point.
That's all I'm saying.
Everybody, we hope you have a happy 4th of July. Everybody be safe. Come back with all your fingers and toes. That is first and foremost. We say that every year.
Mm.
But we wish everybody a happy 4th of July.
Shout out to our buddy Jim, who's going to have one big final blowout.
Apparently, he is going hog wild.
Okay.
From what I hear.
You going to be there?
Yeah.
I plan to be there.
We'll be there.
All right.
But hey, guys, we appreciate you guys. And remember, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Tell somebody about it. Keep following us on Instagram and the Facebook, TikTok if you have it. But we'll get back with you. We'll let you know we're going to get through this holiday weekend and then figure out when we're going to reconvene. But we love you guys. We appreciate you. I appreciate all of you that followed me on my shitting journey. We appreciate you. So everybody have a good weekend.
Are we going to be able to stop talking about that next time?
No, never.
Oh, for God's
Never,
sake.
ever.
Well, you'll have another one next year.
Not until the next one.
Well,
We love you. We'll
but
see you.
it's not going to be any better than this one.
Might be better. I don't know.